Hello everyone, Happy New Year. We are back. Audio levels look like they're okay, thank goodness. Wouldn't be a return to streaming without some form of tech issues. 2024 is going strong already. Stupid OBS and guest star. Yes, welcome back to Misadventures in Space. I am Hedgehawk. I am the wonderful, and I'm going to stick with this year, wonderful GM for this story. I'm glad to be back. I missed 3 weeks off. I had 3 Saturdays where I had to do something else. And I'll be honest, that something else was play Cyberpunk, apparently, was my thing over Christmas. If left my own devices, although the past few days it's been Vampire Survivor and someone's got to drag me off that thing. For a game where you do nothing except run around, it has occupied way too much of my time. But anyway, I'm glad to be back. I'm going to let everyone do the introductions, and then we will slide on over to our lovely shout-outs, and then we will get the action going. I'm going to go clockwise because it's just easier for me to remember this time. So I'm going to start with Anna.
Hi, I am Anna, or Riley, whichever one you prefer. I use it in pronouns, and I will be returning as Summer, she, her pronouns. I have missed her. I've missed playing in this chaos, and also what a cliffhanger did we leave on last time, honestly. I'm very excited and scared to figure out what has happened. Yeah.
Nothing's happened. It's fine. Everything is fine.
You're fine. Everything is fine, like that image of like a dog sitting in a burning room. This is fine.
Everything is fine.
Exactly that.
Ada Mori.
Hi, I'm Ada Mori, he, him. You can find me at various places on the internet at Ada Mori RPG. I also make dice and dice jewelry, which are on sale at the moment, actually, at Moonshadow Dice on Etsy. Today I will be playing Swift, who's, I guess, looking forward to meeting Loshi's mum and hopefully not going to explode her.
Yeah, please don't turn Loshi's mother into gold. That will have consequences.
Hey Loshi, we made a golden statue of your mum.
Oh god. Yeah, thing is, my normal brain would say, nah, that would never happen on a show. With this lot, no, nothing shocks me anymore.
Is that a challenge?
That is specifically not a challenge. Anyway, moving on. Jessie.
Hello, I'm...
Oh.
Hit my microphone, that's fine. Or my headphones. My name is Jessie, they, them. You can find me most places as Malfunctioning Adult, and then as Malfunky Adulty on Twitter and Blue Sky. I will be playing the... words. I haven't done this in a while. I'll be playing Toolbox, who recently we all got some god powers. So now I'm smarter.
Or in your case, God programming.
Yes.
Last but not least, Dee Dee.
Hi, I am Dee Dee, pronouns are they, them, and I can be found on most places as All Good Sauce, talking about robots and mecha, or making music. And this time, once again, I am playing our lovely slime gal, Mercury, she, her, who not only has a gun, but now is better at using said gun. So let's, yeah.
The special, was it purpley Twitch gun? Right, I realised that when I did the overlay change, I only changed one of the scenes of it. So give me a second. Anyone who's watching, this will flash for a second. As I'm just going to put the correct version of it up. I looked at the stream and was like, why is the pressure gauge gone back to the low level? It's like, no, it should be at maximum.
No, keep it low, it's fine, it's fine.
Okay, we'll do shout-outs first, and then we'll do our little recap. Our usual 2 shout-outs. I'm going to start off with Horde of Tales, fellow sister site over on the continent. They have their Women in Gaming Week coming up. They have a casting call out for it for any femme peoples that would like to get involved. As well as all of their shows, I think, are back or are in the process of coming back this week, I want to say. I haven't memorized the schedule yet. I can't remember when we're going live, so asking when other people are going live is that's too far. Our second shout out is to some other heroes who wrapped up their Christmassy one-shots and then have been enjoying a well-deserved break. I can't remember if they're back this Sunday or not. I can't remember if it's this Sunday, i.e. tomorrow, or next Sunday. The fact that I can't remember and I'm supposed to be a mod is slightly concerning, but we'll gloss over that. And if Chris is watching this, you didn't hear that. I know exactly where I'm supposed to be there. And I don't just stumble in the last minute and go, oh, yes. I'm going to pre-apologize. I do have a cold. So my voice is a little bit more erratic than normal. Although knowing my voice is probably not that much different. I can feel it just tugging on the edge of my voice box ever so slightly. So I may have to take a moment to drink or blow my nose or cough. Bit of a problem when you're the GM when you've got slightly longer bits of talking to do. Anyway, last we left off, who can remember what we did? Let's have a memory quiz.
We went to
We got catapulted into a star.
Yeah, yeah, we got into a sun, and then we were trapped in some kind of maze, and we had a sleepover.
Mm-hmm.
Sleepover.
Yay.
The maze that wasn't totally made up on the spot. There was no pre-planning on that one. That was, you're going too quickly through the session, how do I slow you down? Yes.
Classic Chicks 101.
Yes, you met Aura, the deity that created the galaxy, who shouldn't really be getting involved with things, but well, you four have this sort of natural charisma, don't you? And managed to convince her that actually maybe you are worth helping. So you've got the Carrot Cake 2.0, a much bigger variant of the ship. You've now got turrets that are shaped like carrots, for some utterly insane reason. You still have your lovely carrot-shaped rover, which I'm sure Summer is going to give lots of love and attention to and be grateful for the wonderful thing that she's been given. Yeah. So if I'm ready, I'm ready. If you're ready, we can crack on. Awesome. I'm going to change the music. Let's see if I can get the right music on the first pick, because I haven't renamed the tracks to what they should be for. This'll do. I believe it was it Dee Dee? Or Dee Dee? Good start there. Well done, Hedge.
Mercury?
Let's try that again. Yes, let's try that one more time. Oh, okay. I believe it was Mercury that noticed that time has moved 3.5 months forward. As you were browsing, I think it was Space Reddit. See, I would call it Spreadit, but that doesn't. That has a. It's like, spoogling things. That's fine, but yeah, no, that's not right. Welcome to 2024, everyone. I think this is my villain era, I think. As you begin browsing the space web, going onto news sites to figure out what the heck's going on, how it's been 3.5 months, the one thing you notice is that at the top of all these news sites, you've got, current affairs, education, weather, systems, blah, 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 all the normal stuff. Then there's an extra tab dubbed the Droid Crisis on it. And you know how when we had the pandemic, every news site had to have a special tab just for that. Yeah, it's that level across every single site. They don't all call it the Droid Crisis. Some have called it the Galactic Crisis. But yeah, there is a form of crises. Oh, we have frozen on this camera. I'm going to leave it. It'll fix itself in a second. Look, we're getting out of the way early. So that's how I'm looking at it. But everyone should be able to hear you. But yeah. I'm not going to make you roll anything because there's not much to juice aside from scrolling through the stories. What you can pick up is there have been droid attacks affecting, at least at this point, half the galaxy. There are roaming droid fleets that are just attacking anything that they can get their hands on. It's got so bad that every single government in the galaxy has agreed to meet up for the first time at the Galactic Congress to come up with some kind of unified response.
That sounds like a terrible idea. Somebody's trying to take over the galaxy. Let's put all the important people in one room.
Basically, to give you an idea, there are governments out there that legitimately do not like each other, that make the USA and Russia look like best friends. But even they are sort of going, maybe we need to sit down and talk. Going through Space Reddit and a few of the other little conversations, there are talks of a ship larger than anything ever seen slowly making its way up from the Sector X systems. And it seems to be on a course north, almost like it's heading for Sector Nix, or that general direction. I don't think Guy notices. I think Guy's too happy getting used to his whole new little surroundings. He's got a lot more penguin bots now. So Guy has something to keep him occupied for once. I mean, you did get a McDonald's in the cafeteria, so operated by penguin droids. But yeah, all the droid descriptions do match the droids you saw on Loshi's ship. The ship designs and colors match Loshi's fleet, but they appear to be nearly everywhere at the same time. So it can't be the same fleet.
And Loshi herself has not been identified in any of these reports.
No.
Nobody knows
Nope.
anything to do with it. Okay.
No, the current working line is that this is a rogue AI thing going on. That somewhere there's a deep station where the AI's gone bad and it suddenly started mass producing ships, and is basically sending them out to terrorize anyone it can find. But there's a lot of distance for Loshi to cover to get from the X systems up to Nyx, if that is her end goal. And whatever this ship is, it is moving extremely slowly. Because, someone deleted the plans off the server that would have allowed her to just move it almost instantaneously. So she's literally had to resort to slow boating this thing across the entire galaxy. But so far, numerous governments and their navies have tried attacking this thing head on, and yeah, it's gone very badly. In fact, there's no government so far that's had any success in a direct one-on-one space battle with these droids. On the ground, that's a different story. When they hit the ground, it's 50-50 as whether they win or not. But in space, yeah, no, they haven't been able to keep up. If you kill these ships, you give it, even if you do win a victory, you give it a few hours, a new fleet has just popped up, ready, and you're still there with repairs to do. Unfortunately, droids can build ships faster than you can fix your own.
Is it just Mercury who knows this information at this point? I think we're all went to bed.
I mean, I think after seeing all of this, I'll be like, hey guys, the problem.
Yeah, I guess. We all would come together and look at the problem and be like, okay.
Problem.
Right. That is.
You were correct.
A very big problem. Is Aura still around?
You can call Aura.
Aura?
You sort of see the hawk image on the screen. It's static, so then it starts flashing and moving ever so slightly on its own. Yes, someone called.
Quick question. When you threw us back into space, did you know that so much time had passed?
Not exactly. Time works different in the center of the star as compared to outside it. I forgot to mention there may be a slight, what you would probably call a temporal distortion.
That was very important information to know, actually.
I've lived for tens of millions of years. Being thrown forward 3.5 months is like taking a step forward for me.
I get that, but for us, it's not. We were kind of on a mission.
Look at it this way.
Everything is fun.
Hang on. You haven't aged. You've jumped 3.5 months in the future, and you've not aged.
The problem is that we're trying to go after this bad person, and now it seems like she's taken over the universe.
If you have any consolation, you couldn't have stopped this.
Well, you don't know that.
No, I empirically know that. Loshi had started this way before 3.5 months ago. The doctor probably didn't even notice it.
Well, but we were trying to, ambush her.
Stop her from getting the components?
Yeah.
You mean the components that she could have got from 12 other places? 15? 20?
Well, we were trying to blow up all the lasers, so...
Yes, and that would have helped, but it wouldn't have stopped it. You'd have bought yourself maybe a week.
Well, yeah, but in a week we might have been able to do stuff, and now we're, behind, 3.5 months.
It's fine. I have complete
It's
faith.
Not fine.
I think it's fine.
I don't see why you're getting stressed out. You are
Because
exactly where you need to be. That is all I am going to say.
But... Right.
Have a little faith in yourself.
Not saying I don't have faith in myself, it's just this is a lot to process.
Yes, and ideally, teenagers wouldn't need to be galactic heroes or some other fateful speech like that, but to be honest, fate never chooses the right people for the job. Fate chooses the people that are needed for the job.
Right. Okay. Any other wisdom that's gonna help us with like this task, or?
Never have the first burger that the penguin bots make in the canteen.
Right. Okay. And I guess she would like turn to the others. So what do we do? What are we gonna do about this? Are we still gonna try and find her mum?
I mean, Bird Goddess seems to think we're in the right place, and that's where Lucy's mom. Then
True. Maybe if we can find her, she might know a thing or two about, Loshi's motivation
Or weaknesses.
or she
or
a
weaknesses.
good hostage.
Uh,
Just an option. Just an option.
right.
We have enough hostages.
We're sort of side-eyes the doctor. Not sure we have
Someone
anybody
who
Loshi cares
started as
about.
one.
Okay. Well, what time is it? Is it the next morning, or is it like?
Universal time, it's approaching the equivalent of 10 p.m. But obviously time works very differently in every single sector. Some people's 10 p.m.s are mornings.
Right. Well, I think we should maybe try and sleep, and then maybe get up early and try and find Loshi's mum.
Wait, did we not sleep at the sleepover? Our body clocks are fucked.
No, I don't think.
You-
I don't think we did.
No.
I think we're like right post sleepover.
Yeah, you're post sleepover, so
Yeah.
you just watched the movie. You're like, oh, this is fun. Go to bed, and then Mercury
Yeah,
checks their
and then we
phone.
found out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sleep
Okay, so
hours.
we ought to sleep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've got time to sleep. I mean, not something harsh. This crisis has gone on for 3.5 months. 8 hours, I don't think is going
Yeah.
to. I'm a dick, okay? I'm not that much of a dick. I'm going to say if you sleeping 8 hours has suddenly caused the end of the galaxy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll go sleep first, and then in the morning.
Guy engages the stealth field, so that you are now completely invisible to practically everything.
How much heat do we?
And
have
like
left then?
impervious as well, right?
Yep, impervious. You could technically fly through a planet while in this mode. It takes, I think it's 2 heat to activate. However, I believe you've got like 32 is now your max, something like that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot
You've
about
got a
that.
maxed out. Yeah, you've got a maxed out engine.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We can
Yeah,
have
so I
that.
don't think you can have that much of a problem when it comes to heat, unless you really start overloading weapons to try and do something.
Yeah, we'll stealth through the night. It's fine.
Awesome. It's morning. You have breakfast. The penguin bots do. They make you burgers for breakfast because that's all they seem to really know.
I guess Summer would go up to them and be like, "Do you
McDonald's
have like, some
breakfast.
little- Do you have
yeah,
like
Sausage egg
McDonald's
McMuffin.
sausage egg McMuffins. Yeah. So they've already they've already made one. They've already made one McMuffin on there. The fabled first McMuffin. And you can see the doctor sort of sitting there on like the canteen bench, just eyeing it up slightly. You'd think he'd be traumatized by being force-fed burgers, but they're not that bad.
Summer's gonna look for something a little healthier because I think all I've eaten in the past like 2 days is just
Junk food.
So I guess
I mean,
there's
there's a salad bar. There's salad there if you want it.
Yeah.
I mean, you've now got carrots. Now you know what they look like.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Um,
we didn't.
the one piece of divine knowledge you asked for was what the carrots look like.
We don't have them yet. We just know what they look like.
Oh no, you've got
No,
them
Guy,
now.
Guy fabricated
Guy-
stuff,
Oh,
right?
we got them.
Yeah, Guy made them. Guy can synthesize anything
Oh,
he knows
right,
about.
Yeah. Okay, so Summer's gonna have like a salad with carrots in it.
They're really crunchy.
Good. That's nice.
Yeah, they're very crunchy food, carrots. But yes, you're sitting there having breakfast. If I imagine someone at this point has probably got the news on. Probably now rolling 24-hour coverage now. The summit is going to happen in 2 days. And they have announced where it's going to be.
Oh, why?
Um,
Why would you do that?
they've announced that they're going to hold it in Sector Nix. Because it's the furthest possible point that you can actually go from this thing.
What is Loshi's ETA in Nyx, based on roughly how quickly she's
Based
been
on-
going so far?
Well, at the moment, based on reports, you know that her big ship, is somewhere in Materia. So to give you an idea, she's in Materia, so the jump she's got left is Atlantis, Zagreus, then Nyx. She's about 5 days away.
Yeah, but then we don't know if she controls all the other droids that could be in Nyx.
Nyx is okay. The human systems are okay at the moment. They're so far back. It's basically like a wave from south to north. They've been encroaching their way up. Like Atlantis, Zagreus, and Nyx are okay. That's why they're having the meeting there.
So far.
So far, yes.
So far, and we don't know if like Loshi figures out a way to travel faster again. So.
I mean, you did blow up half of her command ship as a final FU.
True.
I mean, she's had 3.5 months to fix it, but you know.
We don't. Miracles can happen. I mean, I don't want to.
Well, there's also another miracle that's going around the internet.
Oh yeah.
Yes, he does.
I mean, well, first of all, Mercury's fan club is back. After posting videos online of running across the bow of a ginormous ship with nothing but an EVA suit on. After that stunt, humanity has come up with a backup plan. Their plan is that if they deem this galaxy unsavable, they've tested in this past 3 months the Soul Gate, and it's back online. Their plan is to literally pick up sticks, fly through the gate, and then blow it up, effectively re-isolating themselves. Let's just say that Sol knows about this, and they're not very happy about the idea of like 2 systems worth of humans just appearing in the solar system and being like, we need to live here now.
Wait, so we've reconnected with Sol, and that doesn't even make the headlines these days.
No, that's it now. We reconnected with Sol. It's like, that's cute and all, but yeah, there may not be a galaxy left to talk about. But yeah,
It's a very human thing to just abandon everyone and just save themselves. Like
it's also very human to reconnect with your human brethren, find out they're in trouble, and go, no, this is our border. we're not letting you in. That's a very human reaction.
Yeah,
Something about building a wall around the gate or something. To stop them from coming through. Humans are, look, if there's one thing we've learned, humans are stupid. Out of all of the species in this galaxy, humans are the most adventurous, reckless, and stupid.
I love the idea of, like, in the whole galaxy, humans being the most hated, too.
Yeah, humans are peaceful till they discovered spaceflight. Then things got complicated. But no. Yeah, so in 2 days, they're going to meet in Nyx aboard the space station that you nearly yeeted into a black hole, which has been righted. It has survived. It was tilting at like 5 degrees for about a month and a half, but with enough...
having space, because the droids have never been beaten in space.
Yeah, you know, I mean, where else are we going to have it? Your hometown.
On the panel planet.
Right, okay. So, but we're currently in.
You're currently in Stratus, which means you're behind Loshi.
Yeah, but we can.
We're much faster than
You're
them.
much faster. Yeah, you're much faster, and you can probably get to Nyx within a day of just constant blasting.
Okay, so the plan is today find Loshi's mother, and then tomorrow go to Nyx.
And somehow save the galaxy in the middle of it all.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the good news is you don't need to find the Shah Temple, because Guy and Aura have already found it.
Oh.
In fact, Aura pretty much parked you right outside it the entire time. Literally, you can turn off the stealth field and be like, I've been here the whole time.
Okay.
It's a temple built into an asteroid, or carved into a huge asteroid. Mystarians are very much like this. They live in temple covens in like asteroid belts or moons around gas giants. Anywhere where they can't like attract attention, so to speak. They like a quiet life. You can dock with the station. The Carrot Cake 2.0 is big enough to do that. The Doctor kind of chuckles a little bit, very nervously seeing the temple, and is kind of like, have fun in there. I'm going to sit here behind the droids, and behind maybe a door.
Why?
You have history with Loshi's mom?
I have history with the whole. I have history with the whole temple. The reason the reason Loshi got on my ship was because I was here to, well, steal something, and
Oh my god.
that's when Loshi got onto my ship as a stowaway.
Did you steal it?
No.
But it's still here.
Yes.
What were you trying to steal?
Mystaran temples have a way of So you know how Mystarans always seem to know what's going to happen before it happens? They're very good at that. Well, sometimes when they focus with their minds and their magical and mysterious abilities, they can sometimes infuse those into crystals that anyone can use. I just wanted a crystal so I could project into the future slightly and see if something I wanted happened.
Well, that didn't work, so...
No. I got found out and chased off. Not before Loshi could get aboard my ship, though.
Yeah, Yeah, maybe it's better than that you stay inside.
I think it's better for everyone involved if I just stay inside.
Okay.
When you say that, you can see Guy getting the penguin droids and kind of half wanting to push him towards the exit, and the other half is like escorting him back to his bedroom to lock the doors. Ryan, the private from the space station, is just kind of like, oh yeah, okay, I'll guard him. It's fine. I used to be a guard. I can guard things.
Well, Guy, could you guard both of them and make sure they don't cause any trouble?
Oh, I can do that. That's not a problem. You see that several ankle bracelets come down. A second pair of ankle bracelets. So they've still got the two on. They've still got the little TNT bracelet on the one ankle. They've now got another one, which looks like a ball and chain. Technically, it has no mass until Guy wants it to have mass. Then it gets very heavy.
Alright, okay, that will work. Cool. I guess we should get off then. Get on the planet.
Yeah. So, just out of curiosity, Doctor, did you ever figure out where they kept those crystals?
Yeah, they keep them in the central, I don't know what you'd call it, church worship place. Like there's an altar in the middle. It's like a circular room with all the benches going round in circles.
Really busy. Gonna be loads of people there.
Yeah, I decided to go with the run right in front of it, grab one and run approach. Then realize the people I'm fighting can see into the future.
Yeah, so Swift, maybe, right, I know you want one of the crystals. Maybe if we talk to Losh's mum and she's willing to cooperate, we can ask her nicely for one of them, right?
Okay. Doesn't have to have a backup plan.
Just don't
Every
get
one
us
of
in
your
trouble.
backup plans involved with the place blowing up.
Yeah.
Well, there's a thought. If the whole place is blowing up, everybody's going to be too busy with, seeing that in the future to bother with somebody stealing crystals.
Up the temple.
What if we just
No.
intend to and then don't?
I don't think it works like that. I don't know. Let's just go try and find her. Do the thing that we came here to do first, and then we'll see, okay? Guess we'll just get off.
Just get off. Yeah, the ship pulls up into the docking bay, lands, the ramp goes down. You can see that there's a welcoming party out there for you. So, as a recap, Vistarians are avian humanoids covered in feathers, anywhere from 6 to 7 foot. Pick your height. They tend to have a combination of red to blue feathers along that kind of hue line. Loshi's was a fire red. You can see there's some blues out there, some blue feathered Mystarians, some purple ones. Some have got mixed feathered colours, kind of a ripple effect along their chest. None of them are armed. Although, knowing that the Mystarians are linked to this kind of bizarre psychic force, weapons are probably not something they need if they wanted to do damage. I mean, Loshi was quite dangerous without one. I think Mercury can attest to that one. as you walk down, one of the Mystarians comes up to you. Slightly, not outwardly aggressive, but very defensive. So, Mystarian temples are sacred. They are designed to be hidden. Not because they hate outsiders specifically, but they're places where Mystarians focus. Having people who aren't is a distraction. That's not focus. You can't contemplate affinity if you're not sitting down concentrating. You there. What are you doing here? Politely. Aggressively.
Hi. We're just looking for someone.
You're looking for someone, then why would you look here? This is a Mystarian temple, do you not know? We don't exactly cater for visitors.
Well, okay. So we're looking for someone's mum, someone who was raised here.
Give me
yeah.
Give me a DC6 charm check.
This is an authority figure, I reckon.
Yeah, I said an authority figure.
Sorry, was it charm?
Yeah, charm 6.
Easy. That's 10 plus 2, so 12.
Okay, that's a good success. Okay. I suppose it can't hurt. She said they were raised here. Most Mystarians never leave their temple.
So her name is Loshi, or at least that's the part of the name we have, and she left as on a ship at some point.
Anyone who wants to can give me either a brains or intelligence. That was D&D. A brains or a charm check. There is no DC here. It's the more you know.
Well, do you explode when you...
If you explode, yeah, keep exploding. The odds of you double exploding are rare.
No, that's a 13.
Okay. This
I
is
got a 30.
What?
that's what happens when you give that.
Never mind then.
That is the consequence of giving your players the ability to have 2d20 on a stat.
I exploded on one.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah, I think 30 basically trumps everything.
yeah.
You notice that when Summer says Loshi, the ones at the back have this kind of slightly disturbed, almost half horrified look on their face. They've clocked that.
I think they know her.
Right.
Why is someone coming here talking or asking questions for the renegade one?
Because have you by any chance heard about the droid attacks?
Yes, we do get. It may surprise you. We may be private. We do get, Galactic Newsnet here.
I didn't want to shoot. But we have reason to believe that Loshi is behind that. She has attacked us before, and we're trying to stop her, kind of.
Trying to stop her, kind of. You're either
We're
stopping
doing
her
our
or you're
best.
not stopping her.
No,
Like,
we're trying to stop her, but we're doing our best, and we know that,
so you're trying your
go
best, but your best is not enough, basically.
Well,
Do you want to try?
Yeah,
And-
we're here for things that might help us stop her. We're trying to also find her family to talk.
Hang on. You see that they turn round to the other slightly disturbed lot, and then start having a bit of a giggle amongst themselves. Hang on. I'm gonna roll a brains check for them to see if they can. Oh god, they put it together. So hang on a minute. You've come here to seek out Loshi's mother in some vain attempt that she might know what to do about her daughter that ran away a good while ago and has not been in contact for a very long time. I'm sure grounding will work really well.
A
Listen,
little birdie
right.
told us to.
Yeah.
A little. Is there any kind of? Are any of you on any kind of edible things? Because you're talking complete and utter nonsense.
I don't eat.
Quite right.
We're just. All right,
Egg
listen.
McMuffin this morning looked a bit dodgy, if I'm being honest.
Well, please keep your insides inside you.
We're just trying to fix this. We stumbled into some things that we by accident, and we got caught up in all of this mess. And we honestly, I don't think. I mean, do you want the universe to like get destroyed? The galaxy that you live in. We're trying to. At least we're making an effort to try and do something.
Fine. You see they turn round to one of them and sort of go, tell Shah Tala Lo they have a visitor.
What? Charlie?
Shah Tala Lo.
Hello.
So from what the doctor told you, a Mystarian name is split into 3 components. The temple they're from, their mother's name, and then their given name from their mother.
So Loshi's full name would be Shah Loshi.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. That's right.
Yes, because she's from the Shah Temple, the mother of Lo, who was called She. Likewise, her mother is from the Shah Temple, was birthed by Tala, was given the name Lo.
Low. Right, okay. Cool.
You're sort of escorted into a kind of like side room in the docking bay. They are deliberately not letting you into the temple proper. This isn't a particularly pleasant room. I mean, it's mostly like the walls are mostly asteroid rock. This is what looks like a normal storeroom that's been relatively empty for a while. So there's only a few empty crates around. They're not built. These places aren't built for hospitality. You know, there's no conference room they could put you in. This is just a very quick no. Like, fine, go in here. You've got a couple minutes until someone turns up. If there's anything you want to do or talk about.
I think someone would look at the others like, what? Maybe we need to be smart about this. What are we going to ask her?
Well, do we think she knows what has been up to?
Maybe not. I don't know. I mean, that's something we can ask. Oh, you're muted, Didi. I'm muted by. Wait.
Give me a second.
You might have muted
No,
me,
I've not.
right?
I've not actually touched
Oh.
anything for once. This is entirely not my fault for
says-
once.
It says to me, it has a little muted symbol.
Oh.
on the
Yeah, I've got that.
Screen, so.
See, it doesn't on mine, bizarrely. Let me try deliberately muting and then unmuting. Try again.
No, it still has the symbol.
How bizarre.
Wait, are you muted like on a computer, on a keyboard, or?
Let me just remove you from the stream a second. And then... Because, Dee Dee's frozen on the overlay, but the only one. Right, if I push you...
No, it still has the
Still.
muted symbol.
Yeah, it still says on mute.
Try hopping out and I'll reinvite you. We'll try the good old in-out trick. If I remove guest... Request... No, not requests.
Could you hear what Dee Dee was saying?
No.
No, I couldn't hear anything. It just had the little muted symbol in the top, so.
Which is weird, because that normally happens when I change someone's volume.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, changing their volume on guest star mutes them.
That's weird.
And only I can unmute them. But no, they didn't have a muted symbol for me. It's weird. On the overlay, they're still frozen there. How bizarre.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is hit refresh on that
What,
for a
even though
second.
now there's just no...
Yeah, now there's no one there. Let me...
It's still
Still
frozen.
frozen.
Yeah, let me find the DD source and then hit refresh. Okay, that's gone black.
Oh yeah, it's coming.
Add to call.
Oh, I
Show.
think maybe.
Oh. Try now.
No, I can't hear you.
I can't...
Can't
I
hear
don't
you
have
with
the
the
mute symbol, but
I
I
don't
can't
have a mute symbol,
hear.
but I can't
Yeah.
hear you either. No. Maybe we can go to a quick break.
You're not frozen anymore though.
See,
Yeah.
yeah, not frozen. And I can see the subtitles. So whatever you're saying, Dee, I can see the subtitles preparing for it.
We'll just read the
I
subtitles.
can't.
It wouldn't be hugely early to take a break right now.
No. We can take a quick break. We'll go for a quick
Alright.
10-15 minute break. We'll try and figure this out. We'll see you in a second. Welcome back, everyone. We believe the tech issues are resolved. Didi, would you like to talk for me?
Hopefully the tech gremlins have been slain.
They have, but your subs aren't working.
Okay, yeah, that's entirely my fault. I can fix that. I can. No worries.
Anyway, before the break, you'd been escorted into this little side crate room, and we were discussing what are we actually here for? Now that the guard that was questioning you has openly mocked your plan of trying to get Bloshi's mother to scold her into giving up.
He
And
just doesn't see the vision.
yeah, Mercury was going to say something and couldn't say something. This is the big moment, Didi, the bit we've all been waiting for. Take it away.
No, I've got to live up to hype. Okay, so Mercury thinks on this a little bit. I've been through and whatever. And it's like, well, her mom knows her best. She can't like ground her or anything, but maybe she knows something that can distract her or slow her down enough that we can probably blow up something important.
Yeah, I mean that it would definitely be good to know like things about her weaknesses. I think maybe also like maybe she might know why she ran away if there's like any greater ambition, because like this other person said people don't typically leave the temple, so there must have been some reason that she wanted to leave.
I mean, some of the people here kind of suck, so I can't like blame her, you know.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like her vibe.
No.
At the very least, we could guilt her mum into giving us some of those crystals.
Wait, those
kind
crystals
of
could be
all her
super
fault.
helpful.
I don't know about
mean,
that one.
I mean,
Like,
we can
we
try
can't
at
like
least ask.
hurt her. Like she can dodge us and everything, but if we can like see a step ahead of her or at the same level, I don't know. I was trying to make a chess analogy, and I've never played chess.
I mean, yeah, no, you're onto something. If we ask her like if she cannot help us with anything else, we can just ask her like, can you at least give us one of those crystals so we're like even, so we can have a better chance at fighting her.
Or
I think
like,
that's a good idea.
doesn't it?
No.
I think we should not try and push our luck.
As you say, push your luck. The door opens and you see an older Mystarian walk in, who you could have swore was Bloshi, just a little taller. Shard Tololo stands at just under 7 foot. Has that same fiery red feather pattern that Bloshi has. The face is a lot more aged and I won't use the word withered, but the aging is definitely present there. I don't think Mystarians have worked out anti-aging cream.
Feather.
Yeah, the kind of like the odd little bit of greys coming in on the like the beginnings of the feathers. I see you've been asking about my former daughter.
I get so the droid attacks and such. I don't know how much you've been told, but we ran into her a little while ago. And it wasn't a nice encounter. She tried to kill us, I guess. And then we were away for a little while, longer than expected. And we come back to find all these droid attacks, and we're pretty sure that she's behind it. And we're trying to stop her, and we're just trying to figure out what would be the best course of action.
Swift is not good at this, but he's definitely going to try to analyze. I can't remember Loshi's mum's face. To see if there's any sign of surprise, or if she maybe sort of already suspected that her daughter was behind all the attacks.
Give me a brains check. I'll roll her charm to see how well she.
Six?
Yeah, no, she got 12. Her face is very static. It's almost deliberately emotionless. It almost looks like she's been meditating for quite a while and is kind of still half in that meditative state.
Right.
If you met my former daughter, then that means you must have met the other who gave her the vessel to escape.
Oh, like a guy, you mean?
Yes, human, male,
Yeah,
slightly
yeah,
short.
We've seen him around. During the attack, he was
You
there.
didn't kill him during the attack.
No, I think she did.
I will
She kind
say,
of, like,
I will
She did
say,
shoot him. She shot him.
She shot him, and then she sort of took over his shit, and then she tried to kill us.
I need everyone to give me a DC
It's
6.
true. We were not
No.
lying.
I need you all give me a DC 6 grit check.
It's 20 now.
Gonna be interesting on a D8.
Okay.
D12, I believe in you.
I exploded.
Woo!
7.
Woo!
I'm
Eight.
spending an adversity token to get my 5 up to a 6.
Okay. You all feel a weird, like a bizarre sensation come over you. A very similar sensation as to what happened when you came out of the ship before, when Aurora threw you out. And Loshi's mother, Shartala, looks visibly frustrated, as if she was trying something and she couldn't get what she was looking for. Above table, she was using her Mystaria magic to read the memories of your minds to see if what you said was true. Because what you said was true. Loshi did shoot the doctor. What you admitted was the fact that you grabbed the doctor and essentially saved his life.
Yeah.
Well, as long as he's dead, maybe some karmic balance will restore to the universe. Although the flow doesn't seem to tell me that he's dead. And I spend a lot of time pondering his demise.
Well,
Why don't you
what
like him so
exactly?
much?
Yeah. Why? What happened? Why do you hate him?
He is responsible. Well, I hold him responsible for everything that happened. If he hadn't landed here, pretended that he needed emergency repairs, and tried to steal our crystals, then, well, my former daughter wouldn't have had a chance to escape.
Why did she want to escape?
Being a maiden of the temple can be exhausting. It is not a life of adventure. It is a life of deep contemplation and meaning and understanding of the universe that many species could only dream of achieving. Sometimes that's not enough. Sometimes Bestarians yearn for more. My former daughter loved the idea of adventure.
And that's bad.
For someone who's supposed to be at a temple contemplating infinity, yes.
Does she want to do that?
I don't think she does, but you don't have a choice in these things.
Why not?
If we gave everyone the choice, do you think anyone would be here?
Well, that sounds like you're holding people captive then.
Do you want to be here?
I made my peace with being here decades ago.
You want to go on an adventure?
And I'm not
You always have an
leaving.
invite.
I am not leaving the station if that's what you think.
You can come back.
So you're just gonna let your daughter destroy the galaxy?
What good could I do? Describe to me.
Good shit.
Describe to me the thing that I can do that would help stop my daughter from achieving. And you see, she stopped for a second, realizes as she tripped up, and then goes back and says, "Former daughter." And it's said very formally. It's almost like she's trying to translate another word that you wouldn't understand. I think Toolbox, you might actually know this because you've probably got like translators for every language kind of built in as part of your firmware. There is a specific word for a daughter that has ran away, but it's quite complicated.
So this happens a lot.
Yes, it happens.
The word for
The
it.
word for it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't translate into common particularly well. So, former daughter is the closest you'll get to it, because that former part is actually pretty insulting.
Right.
But no, please go on and explain. If you can explain to me the role that I play that helps stop whatever this crisis is that my former daughter is doing, then I will come.
You can see the future.
I can, but when I'm away from the temple, that ability is severely curtailed. We don't see the future well individually.
Your daughter managed to figure it out.
I'm sure she did. You can do it for maybe 4 or 5 seconds. But to see anything meaningful, helpful, you need to be meditating with others over a confluence.
I mean, wouldn't I get that she wants to
Swift is just sort of remembering himself getting his ass kicked and things stolen from him and stuff, and he's like, the thing is pretty useful.
I think her wanting to adventure is one thing, but could you think of any reason why she'd want to destroy the galaxy? Some sort of anger there, or
Her face softens a little bit. Look. Loshi hadn't... The reason why we keep Mistarans in temples for long periods of time. It takes us much longer to mature.
Right.
We all have those urges to go out and explore. And
Explore the galaxy.
well, I was getting to that part. As you grow older, you learn to temper your wild side, and you begin to be able to travel responsibly. Mistarans don't travel in like groups or colonies. We tend to travel solo. So there's a certain level of maturity that's required. Loshi hadn't grown into that yet. So when she ran away and there was no one there to guide her, morally, philosophically, mentally, well, I suppose there was that human, but I don't think he was exactly the best moral compass.
Right.
In fact, it was probably his fault. She probably learnt from him. Saw the twisted way he was acting, his terrible morals, and picked them up from him. Then probably realised he's a useless oaf and thought, well, he's useless, I'm better. Because Mistarans tend to be better at most things, given enough time.
Okay.
As for the whole destroy the galaxy thing, I couldn't give you any insight on that. It's probably just her brand new obsession.
Wait, so what you're
It
telling us is that
sounds-
she's like a teenager?
By Mistaran years, she's a teenager.
She can come to the slumber party.
She can go. Right. Okay. That makes a lot more sense actually.
And that makes it even more important that we stop her from making a terrible decision that she'll regret eventually.
I mean, do you think if you came with, you could try and offer her some guidance and maybe bring her back on the right path?
At this point, I don't know if there's a relationship there for me to do that.
Don't know until you try. Maybe she's just been looking for guidance. I mean, like I haven't seen my parents in a while now. I mean, for me it just wasn't that long, but for them it's longer, I guess. And I don't always agree with my parents, but with these kind of things, the things that we're involved in, I feel like I could really use some of their guidance. So maybe she feels the same. Maybe she doesn't know it, but
I get what you're trying to say. You two are younglings who haven't fully developed your morals, your philosophies, your temperaments.
guess.
I do not think that I could be able to help. Seeing me may in fact make it worse.
Right.
However, give me 5 minutes. I may have something that might help.
Toolbox sets an internal timer.
She walks off, and true to her word, will be back in 5 minutes, almost on the dot. Is there anything you wish to discuss before she comes back?
Well, so apparently Lucy is around our age-ish? That changes range.
Equivalent, yeah, Mystarian equivalent would put her at
Yeah,
about
teenager.
17, 18.
Yeah.
So while we were going on adventure and like we were fine, kind of, sort of, because we were making friends with a bunch of people, but she's been, I mean, apart from the doctor, kind of just been on her own. That must have been really scary.
Yeah. And lonely, I guess. I get that. I guess if I was put in that position, I wouldn't know what to do. I don't think I would destroy the universe, but I do think I would be a little lost, maybe.
But we
I don't know
still
what-
absolutely have to smack her around and get her to knock it off. But
Nobody
Yeah.
knows it's her yet.
No. Well, we did. Didn't the guy send out a PowerPoint or something? That was.
Guy sent
everywhere else
out,
but Monday.
yeah, Guy sent out the Galactic presentation that essentially demonstrated. Now, to be fair, that was a slightly different plan because that was specifically about the gold laser station and
yeah.
how low she was behind that. It didn't mention the droid
Another
fleets.
updated one.
Yeah, there was no mention about the
Yeah.
droid fleet. There was no mention of any of that. So, Loshi is on the Galactic, intelligence's board, but no one's put the pin together yet that connects the gold laser to the droids.
Well,
At least that you know of.
So there's a window where she could just stop and.
yeah, if we can try and, I mean, honestly, she does need to stop. She does need to knock it off. But I don't think she deserves to be punished for life for this.
well, it's a good thing that we're dealing with this and not like, I don't know, the space government or something.
Well, they do have a summit in like less than 2 days, so.
Yeah, but like, does anyone ever get anything done in these summits? They're always so boring, and everyone
True,
talks, and then
never
someone
really-
vetoes something.
Yeah, it doesn't really work. Well, we could, if we get on Lochi's friendly side, we could, in fact, invite her to the sleepover. Maybe she just needs some friends. Maybe she just needs some support.
I mean, I agree with you, but I also really don't think she's gonna be friends with us. Like, I think she hates us a little bit.
In the back of Mercury's psyche, there's just this, I want to beat that girl. I want to beat that girl.
Sometimes, like, I don't want to say it, but like, we need to like fight, right?
Mercury's...
It's like power of friendship.
Yeah, no, Mercury's there like, no, before that, we need to square up. I've got some unsettled business. I'd like
Right.
everyone to roll me a brains check.
Oh dear.
DC of what?
No DC.
No.
2.
Anyone who got lower than 5.
20.
Hey.
Okay. Everyone but Toolbox grab an adversity token
Hey.
for being so dumb. So, Toolbox, you've got advanced processors. You and Guy can process things at far faster rates than any organic species can compute. It would be very unlikely that you would be able to get to Loshi before things kick off any further. You'd have to find a way onto the ship while it was still moving, not get
Got that figured
killed. I know you
Don't
think
have that bit figured out.
I'm gonna say, yeah, you think you have. However, while you're pondering that, your senses, there's those lovely robot ears that have really high gain sensitivity microphones built into them. If you turn the gain up, you can hear what sounds like Shartala having an argument with someone else down the corridor. And you can't quite pick all of it out. You can't pick all of it out. It is a male voice. Sort of going, no, Confluence, how dare, we can't. And then huffing, and then your eternal timer is like counting down at the final 10 seconds. And exactly on 0, the door opens. True to her word, she was exactly 5 minutes.
Wow.
We have come to an understanding.
It didn't sound like it.
And what?
Amazing.
How did you... I'm not going to ask.
I think you could figure it out.
There's a moment where she looks at you, and you actually get the impression on that 20 brains that she can't figure it out. Mistarans are very wise, are very connected to the flow of the universe. Technologically, they're not that savvy. They're very Spartan-like in like the technology they have is designed purely for habitation and living. They tend to use melee weapons as opposed to guns. That's why Loshi was extremely good in close quarters combat. They're trained to do that. They're basically monks almost. Come with me. It's easier to show than to do.
Okay. Kind of vague, but okay.
You're gonna have to get used to vague.
Right.
She leads you out of the room, through the main entrance to the temple, and into a room similar to what the doctor described. A circular room with pews filled with fellow Mystarians, all in some form of meditation. This is where you see like a cornucopia of colours from across the spectrum. Quite nice when they all get together. It's like almost a galaxy spiral of different coloured feathers, all mixed together into a nice little melting pot. However, oh, excuse me. In the middle of this is not the crystals that the doctor mentioned. Instead, there is a column of purple and blue swirling light rising from the ground to the ceiling. Shartala takes you almost up to the edge of this. This is the confluence. It is a concentration of all of our abilities poured into a single point. Normally, we don't allow outsiders to enter. However, you might be able to use this to get some answers. What I need you to do is empty your minds, walk inside, and as you do, think of a question you want answering. The confluence might not answer the question. It does act bizarrely at times. It may give you something completely different if your mind's not entirely focused. Or you may get that and more. It does act a bit strange, you're not trained in interpreting this. To be honest, you may come out of it with just flashes of colours. It's not uncommon for young Mystarians not to understand the confluence until they've graduated to more maturity in their psychic abilities. I am going to walk away and go join the congregation so that I may put my power inside as well. Come tap my shoulder when you all come back out. You see she goes to sit down on the closest pew. She closes her eyes or clasps her hands together on her chest a bit like that. As she does, you can see for the briefest of moment a glow around her body, a blue glow, and then like a small wisp of trail flies towards the confluence, and once it touches it, it just disappears.
Right, so we just walk in.
Just walk in.
Together?
Can be all together, can be one by one. It's...
I guess Summer being Summer and wanting to make sure it's safe would go in first.
I mean, that's fair. That is fair.
Kind of a protector kind of stance.
Okay, that's fine. You walk in first. What is Summer thinking of as she passes the line to enter the confluence?
I think, like, what is it? What she think of? What she wants to know?
Yeah, what she wants to know.
I think the thing that she's most curious about, like hearing everything about Loshi and now having a better understanding of her reasoning, perhaps. I think she wants to know what Loshi's deepest desire is.
Okay. I need you to give me a grit check.
Oh, well, I got a d20 in that round. That is a 14.
Okay, that's fine. You walk on through. Is this the right one? This'll do. You walk into this light, and then it's weird because you swear you're standing on that crystal platform again, where you met Aura. Except this time, there is a visible end. Actually, no, that's not the right one. This is the one. No, give me a second. There's a really nice one, and I had it. And no, and it's really nice. I really loved it. I was like, oh, I'll remember that one. Turns out, no, I don't. There it is. Nope, that's not it. God damn it, Hedge. God damn it, you literally... There we go. There we go. I got it. It was the one that didn't have the word on that I was looking for. Yeah, you're standing in this room with the purple crystal floor. And in front of you is Loshi. Sitting on the ground, sort of looking down. playing with like a orange ball, sort of bouncing it up and down. She notices you as you sort of appear from this sort of rip in the room. Gets up, sort of staggers back a few steps, pulls out a sort of plasma blade, sort of points it directly at you. Who are you? What do you want? Why are you here?
I don't mean any harm. I was looking for you, actually. My name is Summer.
I have no idea who you are, what that means.
Well, you don't know me yet. I don't know what time we're in right now, but you might know me in the future. And, I just wanted to talk.
About what?
Well,
What's so important so you could just think you're gonna break reality?
wait, where are you right now?
I'm here.
Where's
Give
here?
me a brains check. DC 10.
Let's explode. No, oh, that's an 8. I had 2 of my adversity tokens, so that's a 10.
She is currently. You're not speaking to her in the now. You're speaking to a confluenced projection of her. So there is no now. That's why she doesn't recognize you from the battle. What you have got is essentially her entire psyche reconstructed within this confluence.
Right. Okay. Let's just put away the blade and just talk for a second. Can we?
The
talk
second you say put away the blade, another one materializes in her other hand.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I don't mean any.
Stay back.
I'm not moving.
No one comes near me.
I will stay here. You seem frustrated. Why is that?
I'm not frustrated. I'm fine.
You're pulling blades at me.
Because that's how you protect yourself.
Well, I'm not.
You look after you and your own.
Am I intimidating to you?
Everyone is. Everyone's a potential threat.
Who did you learn that from?
I learned it. Just traveling with the doctor, and I learned that there's no good in the universe. The only good individual is a strong individual.
Do you believe that? Or is that just something you picked up?
Give me a charm check. The DC is 12.
That's explode. No, that's a 5.
You can't tell where she picked it up.
Right.
You can't tell that's something that she firmly believes, or that's something she's picked up by observing the doctor.
Right. Well, I think if you perceive everyone as a potential threat, that's a very frightening existence to lead. I think that's makes everything very scary. And I think that there are lots of kind people out there too who just want to help.
Help?
Yes.
Name one good person.
My parents are good persons. My friends are good people.
As you say, my parents are good people, you give me a DC 10 grit check.
Oh, I should be able to. That's 16.
16. As you think about your parents for a brief moment, the confluence flickers. Loshi kind of disappears. And then suddenly, as you blink and open your eyes, your two parents are standing there.
Oh no.
One looking quite, both male, one looking quite stern, the other one looking quite soft. Honey, Baba, what are you doing here? We miss you. What I will say, I'll give this for free. I'm not cruel enough to make you roll for this. This confluence is different. You are speaking to the actual versions.
Oh no.
Projecting into their brains. So you can see like your more carefree father is having this moment where they're putting their hands out and like, oh, this is trippy. This feels weird. This is new. I like this. Whereas your more stern father's like, you know, with arms crossed, giving you the look.
Yeah.
Like if looks could ground you there and then, it's very much that look.
Yeah. It's a very long story, and I'm sorry that I worried both of you. I didn't mean to. I'm trying to do good. I really am.
Then where are you?
Somewhere in the universe. Oh, I'm safe. I have friends, and there's people looking after me. It's just I stumbled into something a little bit bigger than myself, and I can't get out until it's solved.
How can anything be bigger than you? You're bigger than life.
Well, it's kind of
Okay.
like
You're stuck in something big and you can't come out of it until you've dealt with it.
yes.
What is so big? And how can I help?
Well, kind of the end of the galaxy as we know it.
Okay. Oh, okay. You also see your more carefree father starts hyperventilating, slightly like.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's you know all the droid attacks.
Yes, we see them on the news. We've bought a bunker. We dug under the kitchen.
Oh, right.
And you sort of see your monster father rolls his eyes. It's like, no, we didn't. We spent 400,000 credits getting contractors to dig the bunker. That was my holiday fund.
I think it's. I don't know. Listen.
So the droid attacks. Are you embroiled in this in some way?
Well, not in the attacks. I just think.
I should bloody well hope not. Otherwise, I'd find where you are and I'd drag your backside back to your bedroom. Trust me, I've contemplated that.
I know you have. We encountered a person that is behind it, and we're trying to stop her and talk some sense into her. Actually, the thing that we're in right now, I was just talking to her, and then I thought of you, and then you appeared.
So you do miss us?
Of course I do. I didn't run away from home. I just...
You didn't run away from home. The last thing we saw was you and your friends, that Mloosh. Always a problem. I knew her streams would be some sort of weird stunt and you get pulled into them.
I didn't mean Also, I didn't mean to disappear for months. We kind of went to like the center of the galaxy, and then it
And
was
you
just a
could
few hours for us,
give
and then
me
we came out.
give me a charm check.
Oh no!
That's a tree. Wait, no, I'm
We
talking
went to
to
the center
authority
of the
figures, so that's
galaxy.
5. That's a 5.
Despite their reservations about traveling to the center of the galaxy, they're not inclined to disbelieve you.
I know it sounds weird. It's just everything is a bit strange. The
Okay.
past few days have been very weird. It's been just days for me. I know I've been gone for months for you, but it's just been days for me. I
Yes.
didn't mean to disappear for months.
3.5 months of hearing nothing.
Didn't mean to.
Scanning every convoy from Nyx to XA for anything of a trace. Everyone gave up, by the way, looking after about a week and a half. Oh, we can't find them. They're lost souls. So all of us parents got together, bought our own ship.
What?
At that point, you see the background behind them form. They are standing on the bridge of another ship, and behind them is the sun. What you would know is the sun of Sector Atlantis.
Right. Got a shit.
Well, we couldn't find you being at home, could we?
Well,
The last thing we got was that stupid PowerPoint. We traced it back to the station.
yeah, that was our AI. He's a bit weird, but he's good to us. He's looking after us.
A babysitting AI.
Pretty much. It's quite nice.
You know they don't make babysitting modules anymore. Not after that incident where they span the baby around too fast.
I didn't know that.
Have you been spun around really fast?
No.
No, okay. Well, maybe there's some hope.
Yeah, well, we're currently trying to talk to the mother of the person that's behind all this. She's led us to this that we're in right now. We're onto something. We've done some good things. I think without us that this person would have been much further ahead.
I'm proud of you. You both are. But you're a teenager. You can't deal with this. If this is a galactic ending crisis, that's not your job to fix. You're not superheroes. We have people for that. I mean, they're not doing the best of jobs right now. But there are people trained for that.
No,
That's why they're getting together. They're going to come up with a solution.
I don't think it's smart to have all the leaders of the galaxy in one place during a time like this. Honestly.
What's the worst that could happen? They blow the place up with everyone in it?
Yeah, kind of.
And you see, your carefree father is much more anti-government, so the immediate response is, oh, good, maybe we get something done with it all gone.
Yeah, that's right.
Look,
Well,
look, let's just keep this simple. What do you want us to do?
do you think you can help?
You can always help. I don't know how to stop a galactic crisis. I'm sorry, honey. You're going to have to ask someone else. But I can help with some things.
If we... I can try and find your ship, and then if we need help, we can call in for help.
That sounds an awful lot like I'm being sidelined.
No, I will come home. This is just something I have to do. It's something I have in the past few days learned so much about myself. I've been surrounded with great people, and I think this is something I know I said it's bigger than me, but also I think I'm quite capable, and I think my friends are capable too, and I think we can actually maybe do this.
But family is there to help.
I know.
You never abandon family. You see that your carefree father has ran off for a moment outside of like the weird, almost psychic projection, and then comes back holding what could only be described as the largest Gatling gun a Fagorian could carry.
Yo!
And it's just like, yeah, well, I bought this. I want to use it. Just in case.
You want to join us in this fight?
I mean, I'm not going to let you fight on your own.
I'm not on my own.
Other teenagers don't count.
They do count. They're very capable.
Was it you behind the explosion at the space station?
Maybe.
Was it you behind the incident at the Nick's space station?
Listen, we also blew up a bunch of mining lasers that really derailed this person's plan, and we also destroyed half of her ship. So, and one of my friends was kidnapped, and we got her safely out again. So I think we're quite capable.
In the roll of grit check for your carefree father. Okay. He accidentally pulls on the trigger, and you can just see the thing spinning around, and then just you hear bang, 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 and you can hear everyone hitting the ground. At that point, you can hear other voices. You know the voices. They are Mercury and Swift's parents, who are both yelling certain versions of expletives. About having to once again jump to the ground. And that, what did we agree on? No carrying the Gatling gun on the bridge.
I can see where Summer gets her very poor fight skills from.
Okay. Standby mode.
Yeah.
I would like you to give me a brains check.
Oh dear. I'm very good at that. That's a 5.
You know, from your limited knowledge of galactic geography, we'll call it, that if Loshi is in Sector Materia, Atlantis is next.
Oh, no. Right. And which was the sector that's like further away? Is that Nyx?
Nyx, yeah.
I don't have the map right now.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
So it's Atlantis, Zagreus, Nyx.
Okay. I think Summer would, if I know it, yeah, if she knows that they're in Atlantis, she would be like, I think it'd be wise if you move to a different sector, preferably further away from where you are, like Sector Nyx. Because
back
this
home?
person, yeah, because this person is probably going to show up in Atlantis soon.
Okay.
And I don't want you to be there when she wreaks havoc.
Right. So don't be in front of the person wreaking havoc. And as they're saying that, they're doing the whole "don't be next to the person."
I'm serious. Don't get yourself. I know.
Do
I
you
know.
know?
It
Do you
sounds
know
very-
where they're going? If you know they're coming here,
I mean, I'm guessing they're going to Nyx eventually, but they're traveling really slowly.
well, yes,
hoping
they're
to
that
go-
big,
yeah,
huge
we're
blob.
trying. We're trying to get to Nyx as well. After this, we're going to Nyx. So,
Okay,
I guess we could maybe.
we can work with that. As you, as the image begins to distort, maintaining the link is becoming too taxing. You see your stern father turn their back, speaking at someone else, and going, "Quick! Someone get the president on the line," and that's the last thing you hear.
Ah!
The
As-
president
The president.
of the galaxy.
Oh, hey.
As all of a sudden you are ejected from the confluence.
Ah, shit.
You come out the other side
Uh-huh.
of it.
Right. Didn't get my. I got some information
You-
about what Loshi's
You-
train of thought is, but I didn't get what I needed to. I did have to.
mysterious ways.
Yeah, I did have to go up to Shirtala and tap. Or is that when we're all done? Or is that just...
when you're all done, yes. When all of you have gone through. Again,
Okay,
you
yeah.
don't have to go through. This is only if you want to go through. It's how much do you
Okay.
trust.
Swift definitely wants to go through.
Yeah,
Is
I
Swift
think
going
Summer
to
would be-
wait for someone to come back or just go straight through?
She's
Yeah, can you go like
inclined to
around
wait.
me? Yeah, can you go like around it? So
Yeah.
Summer can
It's
just, like,
it's a
give,
full
like,
circle. Yeah, it's a full circle.
Yeah, we just like walk around and just be like waving for them to come true.
Yeah, Swift is happy to go.
Okay, so let's have you go next. Okay. What is Swift thinking as he passes through the confluence?
Swift is trying to Doctor Strange this shit. He's trying to imagine like different possible ways we could sort of go about the next few days, and he's gonna try and see into the future, like what would happen if we did this.
Give me a brains check. If you can get higher than 30,
On a D10.
Wild.
if you can get higher than 30, I will
cannot.
tell you everything.
cannot.
You can explode. You could,
Oh, that's
you
true.
could
I
explode.
can explode twice.
Twice, yes. I mean, I'm not going to lie. You've got about a 1 in 100 chance of doing that.
That's 5.
That's fine.
I could use lucky.
If you want to use
Is it
lucky,
like a sliding? Is it like a
it's
sliding,
a sliding
scale?
scale. It's a sliding scale of.
Yeah, that's quite a bad roll. I'm going to use lucky.
Okay.
Oh, no.
That's a 6.
Tell you what.
Because that's D10 plus
Hey,
2. I'm gonna use. Go on. I was gonna use my last adversity token
go
to
on.
lucky it again.
Lucky again, then. Go on.
That's
That's a 7.
that's an 8.
An 8. Okay. I'll tell you what. Take 3 adversity tokens.
Ooh.
You enter the confluence and wake up. You wake up on the space station that you nearly blew up back in Atlantis with your heist.
Okay.
And around you, all the display screens are displaying various versions of what could happen. However, they're all playing simultaneously. So it's very difficult for you to get a complete picture.
I'm just gonna try and find one that looks like a good outcome.
Roll me
and see how we get
roll me
there.
a flat d20.
Okay. Ooh, that is a 15.
A 15. You see a version of this where the Galactic community comes together. They merge their fleets into one big fleet and pretty much go toe to toe with the space weapon.
Mm.
You then see yourselves boarding the weapon, and then it blows up.
Yay.
Then the screen
Do I
turns
see
off.
us getting out. Okay.
At that point, they all turn off.
That was we all died.
A 15 may have been good, it may not have been good. We should know by now that I don't always use the higher is better scale. That's how you got god powers in the first place. Bloody rule of averages. Before you can ponder, you are immediately ejected at the confluence. Something about
I see what
asking
you're
a
trying to
question.
do.
Yeah, asking a question so obscure. It's like, no, nice try. I'm pretty sure as you come out, you can see some of them on the benches like tutting slightly.
What? I saw it in a film.
Would Mercury or Toolbox want to walk in?
Ooh.
I think what they would ask about.
I think if Mercury sees at least one of them,
Mhm.
like one of either Swift or Summer leave, like, okay, it's safe enough, then she'll enter. Yeah, Mercury would enter.
Okay.
Kind of,
What is Mercury going to think of?
yeah, Mercury's thinking violence, but more specifically, she knows that, like, the others particularly don't want to like hyper murder Lucy or anything like that, and Mercury doesn't either. She just wants to beat her up. So on her mind she's thinking, well, if I'm going to be doing a bunch of fighting, how do we stop the robots? Because that's not something we can deal with at all.
I will let you roll any stats you want to roll. And what stat you pick will influence the tilt of the answer.
Oh, that's interesting. I love that.
So you could go for your bigger numbers. The obvious one is brains. Brains would give you the most literal, obvious answer. But you don't score very high on brains.
Yeah.
Charm is a number. I'm not going to tell you what you'd get. I mean, you've got 2 d20s. You've got one in charm and one in fight, haven't you?
Yep. I mean, it's gotta be fight, right? It's gotta be fight. Yeah. I think Mercury's thinking I don't think the robots are going down without violence. So let's fight.
Go for it.
16.
You appear in what looks like the insides of a computer network. Very Matrix style. What you witness is a virus crashing all of the droids at the same time. Controlling a droid army is difficult, okay? The amount of commands that are required to be processed and sent out requires computing of a gargantuan scale. You know, on that fight check, the majority of Loshi's new massive super weapon is a computer dedicated solely to processing and distributing commands to every single droid in the galaxy. If you could plug in another computer that could disrupt that, you could, in theory, take out the entirety of the droids in a single go.
I'm a computer.
On that, I will say there are two people who immediately come to mind. Well, no, there's three. You could plug in Toolbox. You could plug in Guy. But Mercury, in the way that Mercury thinks with those lateral thoughts, you could, in theory, plug Aura in. Not quite sure how interfacing divine energy with a computer network is, but she appears on a screen on your ship, so she must be able to interface with technology in some capacity.
Nice.
As you kind of go, nice, again, you're kind of yeeted out at speed out the other side. Toolbox. Is there anything you would like to do at the confluence?
Yeah, I'll go in.
What are you thinking about?
What's the worst thing we can do? What's just like the bad plan that we should not do that
What
will
is
make it go wrong?
I will give you the same
What should we
conditions.
avoid?
I will give you the same conditions I gave Edamori. Roll me your range check. If you can get higher than 30, I will tell you the exact worst thing you can do.
Come on, if anyone can do it, it's you.
I know. I've only done it once though. Okay, hold on. Oh, okay, I got, hold on, math. It's a 15. No, 25.
25.
Do you have adversity tokens?
Not.
Ooh,
Yes, I had. Do you have enough?
I've only got 2.
Why am I so nice? I will allow Summer to use
Can I
her
do my
ability
Pep talk.
Yeah.
Before I
before
went
going in. Yeah, you can
Yeah,
use
hang on,
pep
hang on.
talk to.
That is. Let me see.
You need to make 5.
Yeah, they get a +2 per AT. So you need. How much more do you need?
I need to buy 5.
But you have. Okay, so if I spend 2 AT, you get +4, and then you can add one of your own AT, right? And then you
I
get...
can use one of my own, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll do that.
There you go. Fine. Do that.
Yeah, you are.
You say I had to beat 30 or meet 30?
Meet 30.
Okay, cool.
You don't go anywhere, but it's weird. Toolbox doesn't like enter the confluence and disappear. They walk in and kind of become the confluence for a second. You get the impression that machines can't walk into a psychic plane. So instead, the psychic energy goes through Toolbox's feet, and their eyes go a purple color as like tips of confluence energy are like popping out of all the joints in their body. The worst thing you could do right now, the absolute worst is let the galactic community fight it. Alone. You can see... I wrote 3 endings. I'm gonna roll to see which one becomes canon.
Yo.
You see the galaxy is saved. Lo Shi is defeated. Even in the worst possible outcome toolbox, the universe is safe. The question is, what happens next? In your version, there's an empire. An empire that the humans created, with them sitting at the top of the galactic structure. As you play it back, you realize what happens. During the Galactic Congress, the humans present to the rest of the galaxy that they are the only ones who could stop this. Give them powers, give them authority over everyone temporarily to coordinate everything, and they will deal with this. And they do. But when it's time to hand the power back, they go, actually, do you know what? We're keeping it. And the human president becomes emperor. Totally did not steal...
the Star Wars original trilogy to the Star Wars prequels.
I did not steal this from any other sci-fi thing at all. I have no idea what you're talking about. This is entirely original. But yes.
I haven't seen the prequels, so...
Well, that's campaign 2 sorted. So, yeah. The absolute worst thing you could do is let them basically do it on their own. If you do not help in any way, shape, or form, the humans will claim all of the credit for what happens next.
Can't let that happen.
No. The humans can take lead, the humans can take point, but they can't be allowed to claim credit. Because if they take the credit, they will just argue the universe is better when we're in control. And then in your mind, things start playing back. The Orthons, what happened to them? Is that what happened to your creators before? Did they become... Because as Aura said, when a species or group becomes too powerful, they start to try and meddle with the galaxy itself because they believe they're invincible. And before you can compute anything else, the confluence turns off underneath you.
I broke it.
And
Sorry.
everyone wakes up. At that point, I think most of you clock on. I'm not going to gate it behind a check. Most of you clock on. Everyone else in the room was experiencing the exact same vision you were having. All 4 of you. And that last one freaked them out so much that it closed the confluence.
Sorry.
You actually broke it.
What did it?
I saw the bad ending.
What?
I
Wait,
mean, I
what?
saw us all die. What's the bad ending?
Wait, you saw us all die?
Yeah.
And that's not even the bad ending? What? Hold on.
Now, implicitly, you didn't see you die. You saw the absence of you dying.
I saw us going into a ship and then the ship exploding. Swift is interpreting that.
It's death.
Fair. Wait, what's the bad ending?
The humans take over.
Right.
We still
How did-
they're Loshi's still stopped and everything, but then the humans
What,
have
do,
Yes,
what,
again.
what did we do to
power.
get that?
If we don't help,
Right.
we're on the right track of helping.
I might have some. I just might have arranged some backup.
That's sweet.
Mm.
So first of all, I tried to talk. I first of all saw Loshi and I tried to talk to her. It seems like she's very much. She views everyone as a potential threat, and then said that there's no good in the universe, and the only good people are strong people. So I think that's kind of mentally where she's at to kind of give an understanding.
Okay,
of
so
how
we
she
need
views
Mercury
the
to
world.
kick her ass.
Yeah,
Kind
yeah.
of
So I beat
respect.
up. So
Yeah,
it's
maybe-
clearly
I was
Mercury.
more thinking. I was more
And
thinking like for her that there's good in the world, but right, we'll figure it out. And then I mentioned my parents, and suddenly I saw my parents there, and apparently they are Swift and Mercury on a ship with your parents as well. They have a gun apparently. My dad is
Just
not
one.
allowed to. One of my dad is shouldn't fire it at all. He's very. Papa's going to be very. He was very annoyed. They are in Atlantis. I want them to get to Nyx because Loshi's going to be in Atlantis. And I asked them if they could help us with backup. The last thing I heard, however, is that they're trying to get on the phone with the president.
Which
Which is,
president?
I don't know. I just
So-
heard president.
For you, so you all live under the kind of pseudo-human government. So you would know that the Mr. President would be, well, actually, sorry, it's not Mrs. Madam President, would be the president of the Human Union. Which now you know, Toolbox, is going to become Empress President.
Okay.
honestly,
so...
she'll slay, but we shouldn't.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so maybe we should. If we can track our parents' ship, we can call them and we can tell them to not call the president.
What
We
are
can
they
meet
gonna
up with
tell
them.
the president.
I told them about. They asked what I was up to. I told them about the galaxy possibly ending. I think they're going to try and warn the president and maybe get her involved.
The cogs
I mean, the humans
turning
can be involved.
slightly.
Yeah.
You started the bad thing.
They can be involved. You just can't be like, oh, we did everything.
I
So we
think
gotta-
it would be very good if the authorities do not get involved in this whole matter, and I think
I mean, I wouldn't mind the
'cause
backup.
Well, it's a
well,
good thing
listen,
that I saw
Toolbox.
how to destroy the whole army ourselves.
Oh,
Oh, cool.
oh
Let's just do that first, and then.
Toolbox,
Yeah,
are you
but-
good at hacking
Or
things? Or actually,
we
maybe
could let that stupid conference get blown the fuck up, and then
Well, the conference is where the humans are gonna pitch the idea. We should.
not
be
if they all fucking die.
Are we?
Mercury's seriously
gonna
considering
make
it.
them all guys?
blow up the conference, you guys.
I mean, like, I want to blow up the future Galactic Empress.
Then we can be the emperors.
Oh,
You know, we'd get so much street cred.
I think the most important thing right now, considering based on what Toolbox saw and what I heard my parents say that they're gonna call the president, I think our priority is trying to make sure the president does not get involved.
So we're gonna kill
If
the
she's
president.
dead.
I didn't mean killing her. I didn't mean.
It's the only way to be sure.
I don't want to get out of this mess as a fugitive, as a criminal, as a murderer.
Fine. So
I
we
mean, we could just
there.
drop Loshi a tip and let the droids do it.
Yeah,
Keep
be
our
like,
hands
hey, let's
clean.
kill the president.
There's a plot twist, and we're just gonna side with
We
Loshi
can-
now.
We can send
You know,
the
the bad guys
doctor
are right.
back to her, and he can be like, you're so great. I want to help you now. Let's go kill the president."
Hey, I mean, the worst possible outcome of this whole thing is Loshi loses. So maybe we should side with Loshi.
Yeah, she always
You-
loses.
You know, maybe Loshi had a point. You know, like just
Guys, this is
saying.
gonna be. Somebody's like having a mental breakdown.
I've run the numbers, and she's right.
Guys, I don't think we should try and kill anyone for that
So-
matter.
Yeah, Toolbox, you do remember that the humans can lead. There's nothing innately wrong with that. It's just if you don't help in any way, shape, or form, they are going to take sole credit for it. You need to do something.
We should also go to the conference and pitch our idea.
Actually,
I
it
mean, that would be that- okay. That's an option. Okay.
What if we get blown up as well?
Well, I'm assuming we would probably be doing the blowing up.
We've got like 2 days. Maybe we could get Loshi on site beforehand.
We can catch up with her. We can try and communicate with her, I guess, and explain that what's going to happen with the humans. Maybe she'd reconsider.
I feel like that just make her more determined to be like, oh, okay, so that means I have to actually win, and then she'd fight harder, and then we have a. I mean,
I mean,
guess
she
that's the better
sounded
ending.
very lost. I felt very sorry for her. She sounded like she was scared, and not like, I mean, like inside scared, not like actual. Just
You
sounded like
see,
she was
Loshi's mother get up and walk across and be like, imagine you were a rebellious teenager and someone told you, stop rebelling, it's going to get you killed. What's the next thing you say?
I don't care.
You
You don't
can't tell me
control
what
me.
to do.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I guess.
Yeah.
I just feel
You'd
bad
all
for-
do the exact same thing. You'd
He
all
knows how
go,
this
So,
confluence
keep-
thing
keep
works, though,
rebelling,
right?
or you.
what? Yes, she knows how the confluence works.
So just tell her where her current path is leading her.
If the worst ending possible still ends in my former daughter's defeat, I don't think you have to worry necessarily about stopping her or getting her to change side. If you really want to go ahead with this insane plan, maybe getting to the conference and causing some diplomatic havoc might be an idea. You might not be able to stop them, and not that kind of. I've seen the things you do, Mr. Swift.
The conference is the leaders from like every
Every
community of
single,
Galaxy, right?
yeah, every single galactic government.
Can I go as a representative of the Orthons?
I think there'd be a lot of
Fine.
questions, but yeah, in theory.
Can
I
we
mean, it
get
would
like?
cause havoc.
Can we get like the vision that Toolbox saw? Can we get that like digitalized somehow to show them?
Can I get
No,
a copy?
you can't. You can't digitize a psychic.
I mean, can I record my thoughts?
Yeah,
And
that's what
send them
I'm
out.
thinking. That's what I was thinking.
Record my memories on a little flash drive. I don't know how I work.
Okay. Fine. Why not? Let's play a game then, shall we? Right. Come on, then.
Anyone can do it.
Come on.
Toolbox.
Same rules as before. DC 30 brains check.
Oh,
how to
come on, come on, come on, come on.
Print out my memories.
I've never in my heart, in every visual DMing, ever gone, please be under, please be under, please be under.
27.
What?
Yeah, no.
27.
Wait,
Oh no.
27?
Oh no.
27.
Yeah.
I can do.
I could be a total dick here and say it's a snap decision, therefore you can't help. But
No, but I suggested it. Also, I'm present, I guess. Wait, hang on.
Fine.
I
if
suggested
you
it.
want to blow adversity tokens on getting a digital copy of a psychic vision,
I will spend 2, so you get a +4, so that should take you over to 31.
Cool. Sweet.
somehow, even though the two systems can't actually interact with each other, but hey, let's just throw physics out of the window for a minute, you begin to create a digital disk copy of whatever you've got. Or whatever you saw. Well, no, you're connected. Remember, you're connected to the ship, so you can upload. It's already uploaded straight to the ship.
I don't know if I want Guy to have access to it.
You know what? That's fair.
Suddenly, every TV screen in the galaxy is playing the vision.
Oh, no.
No, it's localized to you. We will say that yes, in your chest opens up and a little space floppy disk ejects. It's actually your black box.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you go as a representative and you show that to them
Yeah, and be like, I have stuff.
from the future.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
I'm the representative of a long-lost ancient civilization thought completely lost to all of species kind, and yet here I am. I'm a robot, by the way. I also hold a psychic vision on a digital disc. And no,
You can bring Aura. You can bring Aura with as proof. Aura is from there.
you,
They can vouch.
I can also show my memory of rediscovering the Orthon.
do you know what? Let's just roll with it. You know what? Bring your insanity.
If that doesn't
And
work,
we'll
we
see
can
what
always just kill
happens.
the Empress.
And
That's an assassinated president. Okay?
I mean, we've come up with
so
work plans.
by the time you're coming up with these insane ideas, Loki's mother is just like herding you back to the ship as you're kind of talking at all of this like different levels of bullshit you could do. And kind of like politely waves you up the ramp. It's like, I think you've got other places to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, you don't
Can
want
we,
to come on and
Like, get, yeah.
You don't have to. We could.
It'd be good to have
can have
another
sleep-
person
we
that
can
could
have
verify that the
sleepovers.
visions were, like, you know, real.
I just threw a metal dice at myself. That's not a smart idea. Give me a second. Oh. It's a D12, so it's like my grip wasn't so good on that. Why do I roll so shit when it's important? Give me anyone who wants to do it a DC 4 charm check.
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay. That's exactly a 4. Wait, no, that's +2, so that's a 6.
I got a 20. I got a 20.
Hey.
I got a 2.
Even I got a 5.
6.
You see, she sighs and rolls her eyes, and there's kind of this. Well, someone's got to stop you from causing a galactic war.
Wait. I think Summer at this point realized this, that the doctor is also on
Yeah,
board.
we have a little community chat and
no.
text hide the doctor.
Yeah.
Hide the doctor.
Like,
Okay,
Summer and Swift will like go ahead and quickly run in and like, okay.
So Guy's definition of
Forgot.
hide the doctor involves grabbing him, folding him up, and pushing him into a kitchen cupboard and closing the doors. So The Doctor is now contorted.
We could just lock him inside his room and just tell him not to come out. We'll just bring him food. It's fine.
Okay, the Doctor is now sealed in his bedroom.
Yes.
Um,
And we'll like, someone will like quickly grab a thing saying "keep out" on the door.
Out of order.
Yeah.
Keep out, broken window will get sucked into space.
Yeah.
Dartala walks on board, does a bit of a
Oh god, no.
reeks of shit.
Hey.
It's fine. It's probably me. Look, it's probably me. I'm not used to that new ship smell, I guess.
Yeah.
So the Congress
Guess we're all. Yes.
Congress.
Well,
to start
do we do
to start a galactic war.
do we
I
do
need to
that
call
first,
my
or do we
parents.
try and get in touch with Loshi first?
And also our parents
Well,
and
the
try and
conference is in 2 days, right?
Mhm.
yeah.
Or
Yeah. At this point, probably a day and a half. At this point, after a morning of
Yeah, a day and a half.
Confluencing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
and it would take us about a day to get there.
bad day to get there, yeah.
Yes, we have to leave now.
So you've got about half a day to play with. If you want to do anything else.
We're gonna literally pass Loshi on the way, though, right?
Yes. Well, yes and no. Because remember, Aura can do some fuckery with the ship.
Yep.
She could pick you up and deposit you right outside the Congress at the
Oh, so we've
exact
got a day and a
time.
half to play with, really.
You know,
Yeah.
whether she would or not, bearing in mind that she's already breaking so many galactic rules by giving you the carrot cake MK2 and enlightenment, and now you've walked into the confluence so you can see parts of the future.
That wasn't her.
Where do you think they get their? Where did the Starans get their power from?
Adds up now.
That's fair.
Yes, if you're going to fly conventionally, then yes, you need to pass Loshi. You've got stealth drives. You can pass her, no problem. You could investigate the fleet.
Yeah, we can close. Maybe like if we want to contact her, like do it when she's close, so like we can, if needed, talk. But I don't also think we
Is
need
there
to
anywhere
contact-
else we'd want to go other than Loshi / the conference?
I don't think. I think that's like our main. I mean, we do have. If we're in Nyx, we can meet up with our parents.
Sounds like a terrible idea.
That is not a meeting. Yeah.
At least try and contact their ship so we have a connection to their ship. That might be if we try and find their ship.
Oh, I'll say
I could
this.
track them down before, so.
I'll say this. Because you know where the ship is and you can describe it so well to Guy. Of course you do, Guy. Of course you'd roll like that. Guy locates the ship. That's not a problem. He finds it. It's just about to enter Sector Zagreus.
Right. They are moving. Okay.
They are moving. You're moving as well. You're heading towards the gate that will take you up to Atlantis to go play catch up. So you're going from Stratus to Matera, which is where Loshi is now. You'll overtake her, then go into Atlantis. However,
So we're passing through.
We definitely don't just want to skip over Matera. There's stuff we want to do
No.
there.
Yeah.
We're passing through.
as you go through the Matera gate and come out the other side into Matera, Guy finishes the lock. You now have your parent ship's location permanently tracked, so you can watch it in real time. Aura notices. Okay. I imagine Summer is the most emotional one here, who's quite tense at the idea of her parents.
Yeah.
You hear Aura's voice in your head.
Oh.
I can make sure that they're safe in all of this.
How?
By pushing them out of the time stream a second. That way they technically don't exist in this universe, but they're always 1 second ahead.
No,
For them, they'd just be driving down a long road of stars that never seems to end until I pull them back. It's where I keep all of my stuff when I'm not done with it. It's like my drafts folder, I think you'd call it.
I appreciate that, but if something happens to you, we can't get them back.
What's going to happen to me? I've been here for hundreds, if not billions of years. Loshi can't harm me. I'm not in this ship. She could destroy every star in this galaxy, and I would still very much be alive. I'd be angry, but I'd be alive. In your version, in your abilities of alive.
Next slumber party, we have to go through your drafts.
I have made a lot of planets I never actually used.
Fun.
I don't know. I feel like they wanted to help, and I don't know.
Having them help means that you have to accept the risk that something could happen.
I'd have to discuss that with Mercury and Swift, because their parents are on the ship too.
Okay. And you say like a boop boop in your head.
Yeah. Summer would like turn to Mercury and be like, Aura just suggested that they could push our parents do some kind of weird time fuckery with our parents to make sure they're safe, but they'd be kind of stuck in, I guess, a time loop-ish until it's safe to pull them out again. Is that something that you guys want?
On the one hand, I feel like my parents can be real mad if we trap them in a weird pocket dimension or whatever.
I mean, they're mad. You've got
Yeah,
on the ship.
madder than the other ship we've done.
On the other hand, getting saved by your parents in the first place is like so cringe. It's so cringe. I don't want to even think about it.
See, that's the true ending. It's like Mercury is fighting Loshi, and then Mercury's mother turns up, and it's just like, no, don't you dare touch my daughter.
It's hiding her face.
For the
To be
whole
fair,
universe to see.
All they've done so far is set us on the path to the bad ending.
No, right. It's...
Right, so what do you think we should do? We should put them in the pocket dimension?
I don't know what they can do to help.
I mean, they have a
They
gun
have one
apparently,
gun.
like a really big one, and my dad couldn't. My dad's not equipped to handle that, honestly. But I feel like maybe Papa might be good with that. I don't know. They seemed determined. They said that when we disappeared, people stopped looking for us after like a week and a half, and they were the only ones that kept looking.
Oh, that's actually so sweet. They actually cared.
Of course they do. They're your parents.
Yeah, I know, but like, I mean, like, I'm always getting in trouble. I thought they would think of it, you know.
Yeah, no, I get that. I feel. I mean, they'll probably still be mad. My parents seem pretty unhappy with me, but
close by. As long as you tell them I'm looking after you, I'm sure it'll be okay, right?
Yeah. What about you, Swift?
Yeah, definitely. They could keep us out of it. Maybe ask her if she can take that gun off them. Puts them in that.
Yeah. All right. So we're putting them in a pocket dimension then?
Yeah, this is our mess, and we're gonna fix it. We don't need them to fix it for us. I know they're trying to help, but uh, violence, we're good at that, not them.
Right. Okay. Aura?
I've got it. Engaging we need no parents protocol.
Okay.
For
just
them,
look after them.
nothing changes. They're still going through the gate between. It's almost like the gate between Atlantis and Zagreus is so long. It's just like got infinitely longer. She can't get rid of the gun. But what she can do is change it so that when it fires marshmallows rather than
Oh,
bullets.
that's fine.
That's so cute. I love that.
That
So,
works.
and Mercury's mother is going to love just sitting there oozing up, gobbling marshmallows. Just become this like actual jello, with marshmallows inside, this blob of slime that's covered in marshmallows. Okay. What would you like to do in materia? You're going to have to be, I will say this, you're going to have to be in stealth mode for the entirety that you're in materia. Because you will pop up on their radar immediately the second you decloak.
Right. Do we want to just
At
like,
the very least, we may
inspect?
as well take a look, but maybe we want to go
Yeah.
have a chat as well.
Okay.
Yeah, we can have a look, see how bad it is, and then decide based on that if we want to have a chat.
Okay.
Mhm.
It's not hard to find the fleet. Because one of the ships is half the size of a moon. It's an elongated, it's a really large, like, half sphere extended out with a large cannon at the front. It's more of a moving space station. It's 4 or 5 times the size of the Nix superstation. That is why it is taking so long to move. And you get the impression, looking at the design, this is the compact version. She's had to kind of build it in stages so it will actually fit through a normal gate. You get the impression it fans out to much bigger. There is, well, I can only describe it as an armada of ships guarding this. I think even Guy struggles to count the exact number of ships that are surrounding it because there's that many signatures. Toolbox, with your sort of droid networking sensors, you can give me a brains check, DC 15, to see if you can help Guy figure out.
Exactly 15.
Exactly 15. You start counting yourself with Guy. When you hit 5,000, you start to struggle to count yourself. They're not all battleships, let's make it perfectly clear. Most of them are small ships. They've been built on a budget, they've been built rather cheaply. The actual battle fleet is about 300. But she's got so many decoy-looking ships that are just basically almost like paper mache equivalents that the fleet looks bigger than it is. You get the impression that blowing up all those mining lasers stopped her from building the fleet out as much as she wanted. But she needs to look intimidating. So how do you do that on a budget? You build ships that are basically hollow, that maybe have 1 or 2 very weak lasers on them, to make it look bigger. As a result, no empire has attempted to engage the fleet. Now, the other fleets she's got going around causing havoc, they are very real. And they too are making their way up to Nyx. But
they're not here right now.
Not right now. They are going to end up linking up at some point, but at the moment they're all marauding around.
Okay, so guys, when I looked into the future, I saw us going in with all of the other species and the people at the conference at like the head of their fleet, and that was the one where we all exploded.
Right.
Okay, so we should definitely not do that unless it's like
Yeah.
a really cool explosion. Like,
So
is it a giant
I
rock or
mean,
Even then, I don't think we should. I wouldn't want to be exploded to bits.
so
so
it looks
just a suggestion. Good. Try and solve everything right here and now,
How?
and just go to the conference to tattle on the humans.
Right, you want to talk to her?
Talk to her, fight her, neutralize the threat.
You think we can handle all of this?
I
Is-
think if I
is
don't
the
know,
big
but I think if we wait, we can't, or at least not and survive it.
Right.
if we can find Loshi's big flagship ship, whatever the big giant super weapon she's got, we can hack that. That thing's basically controlling all the little drones and stuff, at least
True,
according
Gaia's
to
good
my
at
And
that.
how do you propose we get there? You hear Loshi's mother say. Even if
Immaterial, we can just fly in there.
okay, so you're
Teleport too.
so you do have teleport, but you need to know where you're landing to. So like planetary scans, you can scan a planet, find the location. You would need that. You need to know where you're going. You can't just say I'd like to be on Loshi's ship and press the button. Being immaterial would like to go through the ship and then appear essentially inside the ship. That would be a very advanced piloting check. Because if you come out at the wrong time, even by a microsecond, you could no clip into this thing. And
Good job, we got a very advanced pilot.
you could.
Also,
You really wanna
shoot our way
get a
in. I
port?
mean, no, that would be bad, but I mean, we don't have to like win a whole war. We just have to fight our way in to bust a hole in and then run around.
And how many droids do you think are on that ship?
Ah,
If Loshi knows that is where it's all controlled, that is this thing here, whatever it is, it looks ugly, but whatever it is the thing. You are going to keep the majority of your forces on that ship. And if she's got enough droids spare to cause galactic havoc, I would not like to know what's on there. Would you like an adult suggestion? I don't mean that. I don't mean that condescendingly.
No. It kind of sounds like it.
I apologize. You see, Ryan's also looking because I'm assuming you didn't lock Ryan up.
No,
No.
yeah,
we
Ryan's
didn't.
cool.
Obviously, Ryan's military. Well, Navy technically. And you sort of see the two sort of look at each other, and there's a bit of a natter. Maybe you let the galaxy engage. She would have to deploy her droids. And you see that, Ryan goes up to the computer, starts typing up plans for next. The moon of your home planet has a massive military base built on it that is riddled with ground to space batteries. And quite a few moons in Nyx have that exact same makeup. If Loshi wanted to keep her fleet there, she'd need to knock them all out. That would mean deploying droids. She'd have to start moving forces from that big ship to other places to start dealing damage.
She's got like 1 million droids that aren't even here right now, right?
Yes, and they probably will catch up. But you need a distraction. The more people who are distracting Loshi and distracting this thing, the more chance you've got of getting in under the distraction. You go in now, the only target in a whole sector is you. Suddenly, everything on the computer network looks at you.
Rifty's just sort of nodding and looking at Loshi's mum.
Now,
Summer's also like, I hate that this makes sense. I hate that she's right.
But if you've got every single nation's navy flying around, every single nation's armies shooting up the place on every different planet across Nyx, that's going to cause Loshi to divert her attention.
Yeah,
it also means, yes, I am not going to lie, it will. But not stopping her kills even more.
Yeah.
You go on there now and you die, then what happens? You're all dead, now possibly everyone else is dead. If you really are convinced, and I still think it's insanity, if you really are convinced that you four are the saviors of the galaxy, you've got to get yourself the best opportunity to do so. Now, the vision that I saw, the one that Toolbox saw, doesn't mean we can't get help. It just means we've got to do the most damage.
No, I'm worried about the vision I saw, though, when we go in with everybody and then explode.
But you were trying to cheat the system, and were trying to somehow pull every possible time stream. You never saw a complete picture. You saw flashes of a vision.
I didn't like what I saw.
Okay, then it looks like with all this, the plan is this. We still need all the big grown-ups to go and do their thing. We just can't be fighting like alongside working with them. I mean, even if we tried, I don't think that's gonna work well with our being teenagers and all. But we need them to pull distraction, and we just kind of don't hang out with them. We just kind of go and do the rest of our job, sneak in. Toolbox, you still have the footage of the vision, right? If we send that to their weird what's it? The council discussion thing. That way humans cannot pull whatever the humans are gonna do because everyone can see what they're trying to do, right?
Well, after you arrive there and they do the Congress meeting, there's another 3 days till Loshi arrives. So they've got time to prepare. You speaking to them as quickly as possible could actually give you them a head start in fortifying Nyx.
Can we, like, call them?
We can just go to the conference.
We just go to the conference.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah?
that
always
costs
go
a
back
day and a
and-
half, though, if we can't, get them preparing already.
I mean, you could always ask Laura nicely.
Can
She could just politely catapult you there. Bear in mind that, I will say this, if you got there early, the Congress hasn't fully assembled yet. So you won't have everyone there to talk. which might actually make it more complicated because then people start bickering, saying, why didn't you wait for me? Yada, 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 am I not important? It might actually cause more problems.
Everything's a bit of a gamble.
Yes. There's no right answer here.
I can calculate the probability. I'm very good at gambling.
Summer, your parents, you said that in your vision they said we need to call the president?
It wasn't a vision. I feel like it was a direct line. I was talking to them in real time, so I think they've already done it.
Okay, so,
Guy pipes up and goes, yeah, no, they definitely called. I can see it from the call logs.
Can you
Call the
tap
log?
into the call?
You got a recording of that guy?
Yeah. What you been up to?
Guy goes, no, I can't get I can't. No, there was no recording. But I can do this.
Dramatic reenactment.
You see that
Guy don't call the president. Guy
he's
don't
called
call
the president. He's called the president. What you see in front of you is
It was a wrong number.
Guy, we talked about this. Did anybody say Guy call the president?
Guy called what now?
No,
On the
no.
holo screen, you see a human male who I can only the best way to Margot Robbie, basically, as Madam President. Very kind of arms folded, very stern looking, wearing a full blue suit. Just being like, how are people calling my office today? This is the second call from total random strangers who seem to be able to ignore protocol. Why are kids? Am I being crank called by teenagers now?
No.
Yes.
At that point, there's people humans behind her wearing black suits and sunglasses. At that point, Guy points out that you're now being traced. They're now working at your location. And they are trying to inject a virus, which I will warn you, if they continue to do, will decloak the ship.
Fucking, like, let's just hang up.
Hang up, Guy. Hang up, Guy. Don't just hang up.
Hang up.
And block.
Block the number, okay.
No.
You said block.
Well, I meant block the virus that they're tracking whatever they're doing.
Oh, hang on.
Uh-oh.
So that's a 1 on.
I know how to record.
Roll your brains check.
Toolbox save us.
25.
You're able to purge the virus before it overloads the heat tank on this.
I was just adding new viruses as I'm like getting rid of them.
No, Guy's there pressing all the pop-ups that are coming up, going click here for this, click here for that. Hot new AIs in your area. Ooh, and it's just like installing more malware onto the system.
Oh boy.
So the call gets disconnected. You see that it tries to call back.
Maybe now block it then.
When the president tries to call us.
Yeah.
The president started calling us. No, because then they'll just do the virus again.
It's like, you just leave it ringing.
Yes,
Don't answer.
yes.
I will say
Block
now,
number.
every time you block the number, a new number calls.
No.
So between now and when you arrive in Nyx, you're going to get hounded
Unplug
by
the
phone.
phone.
And unplug the phone.
Just
Unplug the space phone. Good news, Guy has unplugged the phone. The bad news is he unplugged it by ejecting it out of the airlock, so you can just see in front of you the tuning. Like,
Wait, so we have no comms?
you've got comms, but your ability to call beyond the sector you're in is now basically just floating outside.
Okay, so
Can
we
we,
can still
like,
call
stop
Loshi if
the
we really
ship?
want.
Can we like stop the ship and like get out and get it?
So I'm going to say this: your ship is cloaked. That module isn't anymore. It's not part of the ship. So to everyone else, a tiny little communications module suddenly appeared out of thin air. If you try and go out to get it, you won't be shielded.
Never mind. No, never mind. We'll leave it. It's fine.
Okay.
Swift is gonna plot a slightly different course that isn't the one that you'd predict if it was like, oh well, if somebody appeared here and they were going towards this gate.
We'll go that way around. Okay. You turn on the engines quietly, begin weaving around the fleet, giving it a different route, and you get ahead of the fleet. It's not difficult. It's not moving fast. It's moving at a snail's pace. And we're going to leave it with you going through into Atlantis. Until next time. Oh my god.
Oh, so chaotic.
I like how we went for like, oh yeah, we're gonna have cool fishes, then let's kill the president. Let's blow up the Congress.
Let's... It started so
She
innocently.
did nothing wrong.
Yeah, how half the party now thinks that Loshi can be saved and that Loshi's actually not the bad girl anymore, and
Other people like, let's kill her.
No, Loshi's not the PPG anymore, it's the Empress. Team up with Loshi.
Yeah.
wipe out the galaxy.
Hey, so you know how you
Maybe change its trajectory a little bit.
Right. I apologise for the slight overrun. But I'm going to let everyone sign off. I'm going to start reverse order, so we've started with. So we'll start with Dee Dee.
Cool. I am Dee Dee. Pronouns are they, them, and I normally do music or talk about mecha and stuff. And I've been playing Mercury, who has a very large gun and wishes to have a honorable duel with Loshi still.
Maybe you'll get it. Probably you'll get it. Jesse.
Hi, I'm Jessie, they, them. You can find me most places as Malfunctioning Adult and Malfunky Adulty on Twitter and Blue Sky. You can also find me over every Wednesday at the Gallant Goblins Twitch channel playing Blood on the Clock Tower. We play at 7 p.m. US Central Time. And I was playing Toolbox, who had a great time being smart.
Ada Mori.
Hi, I'm Adamari. You can find me at various places on the internet at Adamari RPG. I also make dice and dice jewelry, which are on sale at the moment at Moonshadow Dice on Etsy. Today I've been playing Swift, the newest member of Team Loshi.
That doesn't have no consequences. Finally, Anna.
Hi, I'm Anna or Riley, whichever one you prefer. I use they, them pronouns, and I am definitely human. You can find me literally anywhere on the internet at Peculiar Planets. I will be playing tomorrow over at Vibe Tribe. I will be playing Pathfinder at 6 p.m. Central European Time. And on Wednesdays, I play with Dutch Dungeons at 8 p.m. Central European Time, where we play Dungeons & Dragons in Dutch. So if you don't know Dutch, you can still try and join, catch the vibe. But I won't blame you if you don't. And I have been playing Summer, who definitely thinks Loshi can be saved, and is very stressed out with the fact that everyone seems to think that killing the president is a good idea.
What could go wrong?
UBBEG.
Yeah.
If we stop her before she becomes Empress Barbie, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've been Hedgehawk. I'm online at Hedgehawk UK in most places. I don't post much, if I'm honest. I'm here at the Misadventures League 24/7. This is now my new full-time job that's not a job. I can't talk about that because that's not official and that's still secret. I can't talk about the other thing because that's not been announced yet because that's also still secret. There will be a new show coming out hopefully towards the end of this month. We've got Tuesdays penciled in. He says he's the one who set the schedule. He can't remember the dates. But we have a Kids on Brooms game starting then. I have the Session 0 on Monday. There will be a cast announcement out soon. It's a bit later than normal. Normally it's a cast announcement, then Session 0, but this time we're doing it the other way around. Yeah, that's going to be fun. I get to do magic, not space. And part of me is like, if this is what space chaos is like, what's magic chaos going to look like?
To be fair, you did introduce magic in the sci-fi game.
I did, yes. Only because I think it's quite cool. Space magic is fun. At least, if Age Mori was around in the magic game, I'm pretty sure we'd have a gold spell. Turn things into gold. But no, that's coming out soon. We've got 2 more episodes of this left. Next Saturday and Saturday after. The end is nigh. The pressure gauge is now permanently red and full. And that's it. I will let everyone go. Have a good evening, afternoon, morning if you're watching this via a VOD.
Good time zone.
Yes, happy time zone. I don't like happy time zone. It sounds so impersonal.
I like it. It's a good
I like
slummy.
it.
It's quick.
Yeah.
Anyway, until next Saturday, bye.
Bye.